Before we dive into this incredible HFY sci-fi story, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Your support helps bring more epic tales of humanity's courage against the stars. And don't forget, share this video with a friend who loves sci-fi as much as you do. Picture this. On the distant planet of Egir, where twin silver moons cast their glow over floating cities suspended in amber-colored clouds, there lived an alien named Hagar. His bluish, scaled skin shimmered faintly under the artificial streetlights, while his golden eyes watched the constant flow of beings from countless species who inhabited the most important trading station in the northern galaxy. To everyone who passed by him, Hagar was just another beggar. His tattered clothes, thin limbs, and the metal bowl he held with his 4 delicate hands painted the perfect picture of someone forgotten by progress. The creatures walking along the suspended avenues, Zephyrians with their translucent wings, Crontheans with their metallic shells, and occasionally humans with their peculiar bipedal features, rarely spared him a glance, except for one. Stella was a 17-year-old human girl, daughter of diplomats serving at the Terran embassy on Egir. Her brown hair danced in the artificial wind that circulated through the city, and her green eyes always carried a kindness that seemed to clash with the characteristic coldness of intergalactic relations. Unlike others of her species, who viewed aliens with scientific curiosity or political suspicion, Stella saw people. Every single day, on her way to the Intergalactic Academy where she studied xenobiology, she would stop in front of Hagar. It didn't matter if she was running late for classes or only had a few galactic coins in her pocket. There was always something for him. Sometimes it was food, other times basic medicine, and on the coldest days of the rainy seasons, a thermal blanket. "How are you today, Hagar?" she would ask in the common tongue, her pronunciation still imperfect, but filled with sincerity. Hagar would respond with few words, his hoarse voice masking a refined education that no one else had noticed. "I am well, little Stella. Thank you for your kindness." The other humans in the colony found the girl's behavior strange. Why waste resources on that? That creature, Ambassador Chen, Stella's parents' hierarchical superior, would frequently question. "There are official assistance programs. It's not a human child's responsibility to care for destitute aliens," but Stella never cared about such comments. To her, Hagar wasn't a destitute alien. He was a friend who needed help. For months, this routine continued. Hagar secretly observed how Stella grew, how her understanding of galactic complexities deepened, how she defended the rights of less favored species in academic debates. The young human had become a fierce advocate for interstellar equality, frequently citing in her essays that the true measure of a civilization is how it treats its most vulnerable members. What she didn't know was that Hagar followed every word, every development of her thoughts, through advanced translation devices hidden in his seemingly miserable clothes. He had been impressed not only by her compassion, but by her intelligence and determination in a frequently hostile universe. Everything changed on a morning of electromagnetic storms. Stella didn't appear at her usual time. Hagar waited, worried, until he learned through public communication networks that the young human had suffered an accident during an academic excursion to Egir's mineral rings. She needed complex surgery, but the procedure cost over 100,000 galactic credits, an impossible sum for a mid-level diplomatic family. That's when Hagar made a decision that would change everything. That night, he went to Egir's most advanced medical center, but not as the beggar everyone knew. Wearing ceremonial robes that seemed to have been woven from pure starlight, bearing royal insignia that glowed with their own energy, and accompanied by an escort of Zephyrian royal guards, Hagar revealed himself as Prince Hagar'the Zen'dai, heir to the throne of Zephyros Prime, one of the richest and most influential worlds in the galaxy. The revelation shook not just the medical center, but the entire trading center. The director, an experienced Cronthean who had seen everything in his 300 years of life, could barely process the situation. "Your Highness, why such specific interest in this human?" Hagar looked through the transparent glass wall where Stella was being prepared for surgery, his golden eyes shining with genuine emotion. For months, When I was disguised studying the cultures of this station, only this young human showed true compassion. While others saw me as a burden, she saw me as a person. Humanity possesses something rare in the galaxy, the ability to see beyond appearances and species differences. The surgery was a complete success. When Stella woke up, she found Hagar sitting beside her bed, no longer in rags, but in garments that made his true identity clear. You're not a beggar," she murmured, still under the effects of medication. "No," he replied gently, "but you treated me as if I were worthy of kindness, even when you thought I was nothing more than a poor alien on the streets." That taught me more about humanity's value than any diplomatic treaty ever could. Stella smiled weakly. "Kindness has no price, Hagar. It doesn't matter who you are." In that moment, Hagar understood why humans, despite being one of the youngest species in the galaxy, had gained so much respect and influence. It wasn't just their adaptability or intelligence, it was their unique ability to see value in all beings, regardless of origin or appearance. Months later, when Stella had fully recovered, she received a full scholarship to the Zephyrian Royal Academy, the most prestigious educational institution in the galaxy. But the most valuable gift Hagar gave her was a lesson. Sometimes, the simplest acts of kindness can change not just lives, but entire civilizations' understanding of what it means to be truly human. And so, in a vast and often cold universe, one young human's compassion proved that humanity had something special to offer the stars.